I enrolled in Salem State University's music technology program one semester prior to Professor Testa's arrival. After he arrived at the school and began teaching me and my peers, I saw a significant change in not just the students around me, but the program as a whole. We didn't have much studio access. Now it's very common to be in the studio. I'm taking a course where we are primarily in our studio. We are starting our first chapter of the Audio Engineers Society, which never existed at the school before, thanks to Professor Testa. He has a lot of great plans on taking the studio and upping its quality. He wants to redo the room, and I see a lot of great things coming thanks to him. He brought a sense of life and energy to the program. He made me and others very excited to learn, and it's now something that I want to do with my life.
How do we create an environment where music and the sciences can live together? How can we bring science and technology into music? I think music sort of has a pathway into science and technology, but what music is not really good at right now is bringing the science and technology into the discipline itself, and that's where we need to go. So things like using big data sets to create music. You know, what all the scientists are doing with gathering all of this data, gathering all this resource, we can use in music, and music can be the big interpreter. It could be the way that we interpret the data. That's huge. That's important. That's what makes humans and what makes the human condition so important. It's how we interpret the data. We can gather and collect all of this awesome information from, you know, if we're looking at space, from quasars, and taking all of this amazing data and amazing radio waves and breaking it down, but what do we do with it? How do we interpret it? Well, we can come up with, oh, this number means this number and this means, okay. Or what happens if we create this beautiful piece of music that explains what these numbers are? Maybe as we start looking further down into space-time, the pitch goes up, and then we can really sort of dive into what these numbers mean on a more humanistic level. And I think that would bring more opportunity for ordinary non-scientists to connect with science, technology, and engineering, especially mathematics too.
So what do the Red Sox, Pink Floyd, and R2-D2 have in common? Well, Mike Testa, of course. He's a recording engineer who just happens to include the Red Sox among his clients. Hey, I'm from New York. I don't get that whole Red Sox thing, but talk about real-world experience and being able to relate to your students. How many music professors have you had who can put on a concert recreating the entire Dark Side of the Moon album that included student performers and a light show? Pretty cool. He's a gigging electroacoustic performer and robot enthusiast who recently planned a concert in the community to include an interactive R2-D2 installation. He's a composer and creator, always looking for new ways to engage students. He has the ability to teach and reach a diverse group of students because of that. Most of all, he's making a difference to the music community through his passion for getting students to find their inner musician. Mike is equally passionate about rethinking the music education pipeline to include music technology in order to reach non-traditional learners who don't necessarily relate to the traditional large ensemble paradigm. He's making a difference by making sure more current and future music teachers embrace music technology. He's doing that through his work in the community and through professional development. Mike is the real deal, and that's why I, Dr. Gina Greer, support him for GRAMMY Music Educator of the Year.